we were booked to do this thing, and I was on my way to San Francisco, and somebody said, did you hear Robin is going to do this new movie, and he has a gay brother in it? I said, wait a second, because I had seen Robin on Comic Relief Do Me, and I thought it was very flattering. So we get to San Francisco, and there's no dressing rooms. They have, like, these buses out in the parking lot. So I'm sitting in my trailer, and I see him coming, and I tear the door open. I said, how dare you? How dare you use my voice in vain? And he started laughing, and I said, now, give me the job of your brother. And he turned to Marcia and said, that's a good idea. 2 weeks later, I got a call. I had the job.
Are we close?
Any closer, and you'd be Mom. Yeah! He did it! Party now!
You!
Party now!
Everybody, get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! I'm back up!
With Harvey Fierstein, he was a kindred spirit, because when you got that voice, what do you need, Dietrich? You're off and running. Bingo. When he says right there, I'm ready for my close-up, get real. You know, he just flies right into him. I would say something, he could top it. I would top that. We would just go, you know, he builds up that.
There were a lot of boys and girls in the office, and they went in and had their turn. I had my turn. I think they wanted me in there 3 times. I think they thought I was pretty and beautiful.
Robin, when he was Robin, he was himself. But when he went into Mrs. Doubtfire, he was really her, and so it was pretty easy for me to see her and then him.
Action!
Lydia, we gotta call the cops. We gotta call 911.
What's the matter with you?
Mrs. Doubtfire, she's a freak. She has a dick. She's peeing up. She's standing. Can you do that?
No, I can't do that.
Well, it's not possible.
Well, everyone, just calm down. Good.
You're getting the balls.
Lydia, watch your mouth.
Oh, my God.
Dad?
Yeah, it's me.
We find out that Mrs. Doubtfire is actually our father for the first time. So we're kind of not too sure about this. I mean, we see our dad dressed up as a woman, and it's kind of strange.
It's really you, huh?
Yeah, it's me in here. See? Hi.
Hi.
Hi. It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you guys.
It's just so much fun. You never get bored, ever. You really just have to stay alive because you don't want to, happen to have stepped on where he was going, when he takes flight. You want to be able to see where he's going and not interfere or get in the way or sort of, you certainly don't want to be rigid in any way and turn out and say, I don't know where we are, I'm lost, shoot that person. You just sort of have to stay alive and go wherever he goes.
I remember thinking, geez, I'm going to be working with Robin Williams, what's it going to be like? He's a very funny guy. And for me, it was just a question of really keeping it simple, just doing the scene, doing what's on the paper. But of course, what was on the paper was not always what Robin would do, because Robin likes to extemporize and do his thing.
Chris Columbus said, this is how we're working. Do it once the way I wrote it. Let me get it on film once the way it's written. Then you and Robin have an hour to do whatever you want. An hour to do whatever we want on every shot. It was heaven.
My greatest challenge was probably trying to stay focused because, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of jokes, and just like, trying to, okay, I gotta be serious in this one and try not to laugh.
Robin has this kind of, energy that just goes on and on and on. So it's, when everybody else would be dragging their butts, Robin was still kind of taking over and doing his thing.
You can really rely on his instincts. He's wonderful. And he makes the atmosphere, and he's easy to develop comedy around because he's appreciative, and it's a sort of atmosphere where humor flowers.
There just aren't many actors that there's no lie. You can't catch them lying. You can't catch them acting. It's It's either they really say it and they really feel it, or they can't say it and they have to rewrite the line. And of course, Robin doesn't have to do that because they let him make up his own lines. And that's the quality that he has, that absolute truth, that the emotions are so real that they're funny, that the emotions are so on the surface that they're almost scary to watch, and so you laugh.
I think that the public embraced Mrs. Doubtfire because of Robin. Robin really made that character. I mean, he gave her a lot of heart, and it really, if it wasn't for him, I mean, I don't think it would have been able to be pulled off, because it was just done really well, and I think it was Robin that really made it. He was sitting on the couch with my two sisters who's gonna be on the film, and I didn't know that it was Mrs. Doubtfire or Robin. I just thought, well, it could be like the social worker or the teacher or something. But then they introduced me, I was like, oh. And it wasn't even, the makeup wasn't even really done yet still. It was still in its like first stages, and it was really amazing then. So the makeup and the prosthetics stuff was really great.
He was Mrs. Doubtfire 100%. I mean, it wasn't Robin Williams. I forgot about Robin Williams, actually. I only saw Robin Williams once when he poked his head around the door one morning and said, "Good morning." And I was like, oh, Jesus, there's Robin Williams.
Well, here's one of them backstage stories that I know you want for this Laserdisc. I never saw Mrs. Doubtfire. I never saw her. I'm not in the movie with Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm in the movie with my brother, Daniel. And then I dress him up as Mrs. Doubtfire. But if you look at that scene carefully, it's only his back. So there was Robin with a wig and a dress on.
It was nice to see two people in love, to see Robin and Marsha in love, producing this picture and producing a film which I think has a lot of healing values for families who are going through traumatic experiences, for children, little children whose mummies and daddies are breaking up. And I think it dealt with it in a very humorous, human, eloquent way. And extremely entertaining.
The movie was really special for the sense that it really came off real, that it didn't have this happy, I mean, it had a happy ending, but didn't really have this sweet, happy, totally perfect ending. It really sort of gave the realism about it. It just sort of said, no, that this is the way it is, and usually everything will work out, even though it's not the perfect thing that could happen.
Well, the greatest part for me of having been in this movie is kids stopping me wherever I go. I mean, because I've never done a family-oriented thing before, and it's wonderful. I went to a Little League game of my nephew's, and I arrived sort of halfway in the game, and all these kids sitting on the bench just stood there staring at me. It was really cute.
To work on something which you really love and care for and have a great time doing, and then for it to go out there into the world, you release it, and for it to be loved back, and is a magnificent feeling.